Ikaw na ko pag-usap sa kalibutan, tay.
Kabalo ka magbuhat og puso dong?
Dili.
Maglala ka og lukay, magbuhat ka og kasing-kasing, sudlan og kumay, lungagon, tanawa. Murag busog nga dughan. Ug kani makahupay sa kagutom.
Husbo na to ang kalibutan, tay.
Kung gusto nimo, makabot ra gyud nimo. Maningkamot lang gyud ta. Kinahanglan, lig-on gyud ka. Komplikado ang kinabuhi. Makat-on ka sa bisan unsang kasinatian. Hugot lang yun ang pagtuo. Sa ngadto-ngadto, ligunon ka sa panahon. Manggihatagon ka.
Initiating virtual tour.
And we are live!
Actually, this is pre-recorded.
Hello there! You made it! Welcome to the virtual tour of the University of the Philippines, Cebu. I'm Annie, and I am a proud alumna of UP Cebu. And between just you and me, I had the best 4 years here in UP Cebu. I came from the College of Communication, Arts and Design, where we did not learn only the basics in journalism and other communication components, but they also taught us how to become relevant.
You only have one viewer.
My college is also home to the fabrication laboratory, where people meet and converge to use different equipment where they can fabricate things, stuff for the advancement of industrial and product design. All of this comes from the creativity of the fine arts program itself. Hey Sean, why don't you tell them more about the Fine Arts program?
The Fine Arts program itself, founded in 1975, is the pioneer formal school in the fine arts outside the national capital. The college is also the host to nearly half a century-old annual painting competition, Jose Hoya Awards, in honor of the famous national artist Jose Hoya, and from whom UP Cebu's Jose Hoya Gallery was named after.
As the campus of the premier university here in the Visayas, we have to be good. No, we have to be better, or even we have to be the best, not only in the humanities, but even in the sciences as well. Isn't that right, Sean?
That's right, Annie. In 2014, UP Cebu Senvi, or the Central Visayas Center for Environmental Informatics, came up with high-resolution maps using LiDAR technology. The use of this technology by UP Cebu Senvi provided government agencies with accurate data for more precise community flood risk assessment and management. This helped local government units make informed decisions based on data science and, in the process, maximizing their financial resource utilization. And in the case of the Naga Cebu landslide of 2018, UP Cebu Senvi's use of LiDAR technology allowed for one of the fastest search and retrieval operations in a disaster in the Visayas.
Helping the community through the sciences is very fulfilling. But we were not just exposed to that. We were also exposed to the social sciences, from political science to psychology, and all of these concepts helped shape our mindsets to become better citizens. In fact,
the College of Social Sciences articulates and addresses global challenges. The college offers comprehensive and appealing programs for high school, undergraduate, and graduate students. The Master of Education program is a non-thesis graduate program designed for graduates of the Bachelor of Elementary Education or Bachelor of Secondary Education who want to pursue their professional preparation through future studies in areas relevant to teacher education.
And of course, there were also budding business leaders in campus. They were the ones who had the nose for business but had the big heart to be of service.
Under the School of Management, students are not only taught to be decision makers, but the forerunners in marketing and finance. It also hones those interested in further studies of this field through its Masters in Business Administration program.
Today, I am now a practicing broadcast journalist, an opinion columnist, an entrepreneur, a teacher, a better person, really. All of this because of my training and experience at UP Cebu.
Nurtured to create, inspired to innovate, destined to serve. We at the University of the Philippines Cebu are driven by academic and operational excellence.
And that's it. Thank you so much for joining this virtual tour. I'm so happy you took part. Oh, look, Sean, a lot of people are tuning in.
But the tour is over.
Well, we'll just do it again.
Ready when you are, Annie.
Reinitiate virtual tour.
Good morning, everyone. So here we are again, another good day over here at the Land of Springs at Laguna. How are you, Noel? How are you, Miss Natty? And of course, how are you, Miss Krishna?
Hi, Miss Jara. We're all good here at
Hello.
It's
Hello,
Cebu.
Miss Jera.
Hello.
Hi.
So
Good to see you
before we
again.
start our webinar, let's try to see or know where our participants are coming from. So for our participants, you may want to chat where you came from. I'm currently here in Laguna while my friends over there, Miss Nati, Miss Krishna, and Miss Noel are over there at Cebu. Okay, so we have those coming from Visayas State University in Laguna as well. Hi, we might be able to see each other some of these days. Navotas, UP Manila, UP Diliman. Hello over there, my friends over there. Benguet State University. And of course, coming from Cebu, from Barile, from Cebu City, UP Open University. Hi! Mga kakos ako dyan sa UPOU. Of course, coming from Manila, Taguig, and there's a lot coming from Taguig. Thank you so much for joining us. And some people from Batangas and UP Baguio as well. I'm happy to see you as well. Gandang umaga from Malolos, Bulacan. Hi! And Pangasinan State University. We also have participants coming from Rizal. Okay, so we are very, very much happy to have you here. And I think Miss Krishna was so amazed to have so much registrants, no? And it's normal because TLRC has the best attendees. Okay, now before anything else, just a little bit of backgrounder for our webinar today. Our webinar will be focusing on assistance on research when it comes to reference. And one of these assistant application or manager is what you call as Mendeley. This program has been used by a lot of researchers from UP Cebu, and maybe not just from UP Cebu, but all over the world and all over the country. And this is a good way for you to start off how to manage your references and keep them always by your side when you're doing research. Now, it is the feeling of having an assistant that make Mendeley a better option. And you know, when it comes to managing references, when Mendeley is there, you'll never get delayed. But so much for that, and so much for our hi, hello. We cannot actually do the chat right here, right then, because we're doing the webinar format, unlike before. However, I'm very happy to see you all from north of the Philippines down to the center and down to the very south. Okay, now let's welcome the most trusty TLRC technical assistant when it comes to assistance, Noel, for our netiquettes. Noel?
Thank you very much, Miss Jara. And once again, good morning. Good morning, everyone. So before we proceed with our webinar proper, please be reminded of the following webinar etiquettes or reminders. So this webinar will be recorded. We will be keeping tab of the proceedings for this webinar for documentation purposes. And if you are free to leave if you feel uncomfortable that this session will be recorded. So please mute your microphone during the talk. We want to make sure that the speaker's voice is clear to everyone. We may opt to remove you if you don't follow this request. Also, refrain from taking pictures or videos of the talk. If you do so, you will be held accountable of data privacy violations if the copy you created leaks into other internet outlets. We wish to keep the identity of our participants private, so as yours as well. And kindly avoid using the annotation tool. Once the annotation tool is activated, you might unconsciously swerve your arrow towards the speaker's presentation and draw unnecessary lines that may block the participant's view on some text and images on the slides. And if you have questions while the talk is ongoing, you may put them in the Q&A box or in the chat box. After the talk, you will have a chance to ask your questions. We wish for you to only use the Q&A box rather than voice because of our time constraint. Also, don't forget to evaluate. Your inputs on the webinar will help us improve our next webinars. After you have answered the forms, you will be given a proof of participation. Also, remember that you can only claim your e-certificates if you are able to register for this webinar and accomplish the evaluation form. So the evaluation link will be open right after the webinar and shall remain open for only 10 minutes. And if you want to be updated for our future webinar and trainings, please follow and contact us on these platforms. We have our Facebook page, Teaching and Learning Resource Center, University of the Philippines, Cebu. And we're also live on YouTube right now. We are live streaming on our YouTube channel, TLRC UP Cebu. Also, if you want to visit our site, we have tlrc.upcebu.edu.ph, and you may send us an email for your concerns at lrc.upcebu@up.edu.ph. Ms. Jara?
Okay, so everyone, please don't forget to follow us in our socials. There are more webinars to come, more opportunities for learning to come. Before anything else, let's welcome our TLRC coordinator, our lovely TLRC coordinator, Ms. Nati, to present to us and to introduce to us to our speaker for today. Ms. Nati?
Hello, thank you, Ms. Jera, and good morning, everyone. Mayong buntag. Our speaker for today is an assistant professor of the School of Management, or SOM, UP Cebu. She also serves as the college secretary of SOM. She is currently a PhD in economics student at the Ateneo de Manila University. She earned her master's degree in economics in 2014 at the University of the Philippines, Diliman, and her bachelor's degree at the Xavier University, Ateneo de Cagayan. Her research interests include environmental economics, managerial economics, microeconomics, mathematical economics, and financial economics. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Assistant Professor Maria Cresna Navarro Mansueto. Round of applause, please. Virtual applause.
Good morning, Ms. Cress.
Good morning, Ms. Jera. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, UP Cebu, TLRC, and all the participants in this short webinar on Mendeley. I hope I am not wasting your time because I know it's how valuable and scarce our resources on time and attention. So again, welcome. So I'll start.
Yes, Ms. Kresna. Okay.
Right, so welcome to Data and Reference Management. I know some of you are familiar with Mendeley, and probably a lot of you are not using Mendeley as a reference management manager software because there are many software when we want to manage our references. So as a teacher, I will be enumerating our learning outcomes in this short webinar. So for context, I will identify the various types of resources to organize key findings obtained from a review of literature, to know the various reference management tools. Probably one of these management tools you are using, and to demonstrate the use of Mendeley as a reference management software. So as early as now, I'm para my context, I'm using Mendeley, so that's why I'm sharing with you how important Mendeley is for me. So these are the topics: sources of literature, organize key findings, reference management tools like EndNote, Mendeley, and Zotero. So what's the purpose of the review of literature? So here I have these links, meaning these discussion that I'll have in this particular slide, you can find them in this particular links. So these are our information sources, no? So you can obtain information from the internet, broadcast media, newspapers, magazines, journals, and books. Wait, I think I clicked something. Oh man, how would I?
Maybe you can
Review?
click back inside, Miss, and then touch the down button or in your keyboard. Kindly check. You are currently using Adobe?
No, I cannot see my presenter's view because I have here all the participants' pictures, images.
Are you what laptop or what computer are you using, Miss?
I'm using Acer. Is that the correct answer?
Okay, so I think you need to change or to
Okay na,
alt tab.
Mr. Okay na. Okay
Okay
na.
na.
So
Okay.
these are the purpose of, thank you, Mr. These are the purpose of review of literature. So it's a literature review provides an overview of what has been written about specific topic. Second, it is important to review the literature early in the research process for several reasons. One is turn a research idea into interesting research question, because we have this particular idea, but the question is, can we measure it? So that's the reason we want to read articles. We want to read literature to know a research gap, because that's the purpose of research. We don't want to do research that has been or done. There's already a study on it, but we want to know something haven't been studied, to know how interesting your research topic, to give you ideas on how to conduct your own study. So meaning we want to know the methodology, and we want to know the methods that you will be probably doing or adapting in your own study, to give you an idea how your study fits into the research literature. For example, is this an explorative study, or too many already studied your research topic? So is it worthwhile studying it? Will it be relevant once you completed your research? Because at the end of the research, we want to make a relevance, or we want a social relevance of our output. So these are the sources of literature. The term primary sources is used broadly to embody all sources that are original. Primary sources provide first-hand information that is closest to the object of the study. Primary sources vary by discipline. Primary sources may be based on discipline like history, anthropology, and for my discipline, I'm an economics graduate, so I also make use of the primary sources. Other common examples of primary sources include speeches, letters, diaries, autobiographies, interviews, official reports, court records, artifacts, photographs, and drawing. In these particular examples, I as an economics graduate, I make use of the interviews. I do vocal FGDs through the administration of the questionnaire, but I am there to make a personal contact with my participants. In business, primary sources provide information about what a company or industry says about itself. Examples include annual reports, financial statements, press releases, interviews, speeches, blog entries, or tweets. Secondary sources provide information about others think about a company or industry. Examples include pre-packaged company, industry or market reports, articles from newspapers, magazines, and trade publications. So a secondary source is a source that provides non-original or second-hand data or information. Secondary sources are written about primary sources. Example, we have books, book chapters, newspapers, magazine, trade publications, and journal articles that describe and evaluate original research done by other people. So here, this is how we organize key findings. I have here a matrix. I hope you can view them because parang it's very small the eye. So I have here a matrix. If you notice, I have different names in my column area. So this is how I organize my references. So you can organize key findings by creating this kind of matrix in your spreadsheet. I have here a sample review matrix on the use of acupuncture for treating chronic lower back pains. So let me connect this particular organizing your key findings, no? So this is a literature matrix. This is a tool to help you out. Think about how to organize your thoughts in the preparation of your RRL, the review of related literature. So usually your research supervisor, your advisor or advisors may require you to read 50 articles. Yet after reading 50 articles, you find your review still inadequate. So you read another set of articles, then wow, eureka, you have drafted a version of your first, probably this will be your ninth revision of your review of related literature. So the next difficult part now is how are you going to organize your references or even make your own bibliography? So this is the part that I will introduce to you a reference management software. So para hindi siya bias, I will give you these reference management tools, EndNote, Mendeley, Zotero, and many more. Why these three? Because I used Zotero before, and then when it crashed, parang I shifted to Mendeley, and haven't experienced Mendeley as na-crash as like what I experienced in Zotero. I did not use EndNote because it's a bit pricey. There's a price for the use of this particular reference management software. So these are specific tools to help you organize the references you find during a literature review search. So these are the features just to give you an idea so that you can choose which reference management tool fits for you. So we have here the features. the EndNote in the column. We have the EndNote, Mendeley, and Zotero. So in terms of being costly, Mendeley and Zotero are free. No? You can access these these tools freely. In terms of access, there's full access for EndNote, but you can use the full access if you pay for a fee. Mendeley and Zotero, you can access it, but now you can access Mendeley even if you are not using iOS app. So my laptop is Acer, so still I can access Mendeley. Major reference style, yes, you can, all of these reference management tools, they say major reference style. You can use all the major reference style. So they have the same annotation of PDF and create citation, yes. And all of these management tools that I mentioned, they have the same features on create citation and bibliographies while writing and word processor compatibility. So Mendeley. Why Mendeley? Because I've been using Mendeley since I graduated in master's. Yes. So Mendeley is a reference management software founded in 2007 by PhD students Paul Buckler, Victor Henning, and John Reichelt. So eventually, this Mendeley was acquired by a publisher, Elsevier, in 2013. Of course, all of us probably know Elsevier. So it is used to manage the Mendeley is used to manage and share research papers and generate bibliographies for scholarly articles. Elsevier, this is their logo. It's a Dutch company, Dutch academic publishing company. So that's to be exact. Founded in 1880. So that's how old Elsevier as a publisher. So after Mendeley was acquired by Elsevier on the 23rd September 2013, they announced iPhone and iPad application. You can use these application from your iPhone and iPad. Actually, I'm working on as a student sa PhD in economics, I really use Mendeley in my iPad. I access Mendeley sa akong iPad during that time. So an Android app followed shortly. So at first, it's still iPhone, iPad application. And then later, it's Android. I even had a chance to download this application to access my Mendeley library. But eventually, I removed my application on my phone because it takes a lot of my memory as iPhone memory. So users of the mobile app were informed on February 10, 2021 that the application would be withdrawn from the App Store and Google Play on March 15, 2021, and that they would be no longer be able to sign in to the app. So the primary reason of this move is the developer wants to focus on making improvements to Mendeley Reference Manager, Mendeley Site, and Mendeley Web Importer to only focus on their online library and or desktop Mendeley Reference Manager. So I will eventually discuss all of these extension of our Mendeley later. So here, Again, Mendeley is a free reference manager that can help you store, organize, note, share, and cite references and research data. Automatically generate bibliographies, collaborate easily with other researchers online because you can view articles written by a particular author. Probably you have been probably you have been reading article of this particular author and then you want to be linked to all of his or her articles. So pwede. You can use the Mendeley online. Easily import papers from other research software. Find relevant papers based on what you're reading, especially if it's published by Elsevier. Access your paper from anywhere online. So this is the link to Mendeley. If you are now, of course, no, all of us Manggaling has access to the internet. You can go to Mendeley, and this is the link to Mendeley. Mendeley is available to Windows, Mac, and Linux machines. So you can create an account. If you are new to or first time to register in Mendeley. So once you click the create account, previously in the previous slide I shared to you. Once you click the create account, this is the post on your screen. So you need to register and then click register. That is if you have not registered yet. But if you have already an account, then you can proceed to your online library. So let's continue. So this is how my online Mendeley Reference Manager looks. This is the first page of the Mendeley Reference Manager. In the upper right side, we have options here like the search box, search section, the library, and of course my profile. So this slide is the entire search section of the Mendeley Reference Manager. You can write in this particular box articles you want to study, or even a particular researcher or author. So this is the entire menu of my Mendeley profile drop-down. So settings, privacy center, download Mendeley, help guides, support center, and then of course sign out. We will explore the library option later, a little later. So aside from you can access online the Mendeley Reference Manager, you can also have this application downloaded to your desktop, or even not downloaded but installed to your computer. You can either choose any of these options to have a desktop reference manager. Download Mendeley Reference Manager here, or even in your profile drop down. Okay, so again, Mendeley Reference Manager works with Windows, Mac, and or Linux machines. In my case, I will click download now for Windows. You may click either these two options, Mendeley Reference Manager for Mac OS, or Mendeley Reference Manager for Linux if you are using this particular machine. Then click install. You just read and follow the entire process of installation for Mendeley until it ends with finish or installed. So your desktop Mendeley will be placed in your desktop or the path you choose to be placed. In my case, I made a shortcut here. I pinned it in this area of my computer, or the screen of my laptop. So this is my Mendeley desktop. Actually, I'm working on a particular study. I have data set coming from the population office. So I'm working on a paper, and I've been working on a paper. So this is my Mendeley library on my desktop. So I have here the authors, the title, the year published in, and the year or day added on my library. So if you check your online Mendeley and click the library, it should be in sync with the articles in your Mendeley desktop. So this is the library. And if you click the library, this is the library online. If you remember, my Mendeley, desktop Mendeley is now the same as my online Mendeley. Okay. So applications. So remember, I mentioned some applications of Mendeley. These are all extensions. So let us install first important applications for us to maximize the usage of Mendeley. So we are done downloading the reference manager. Let us download Web Importer. Okay. So the Mendeley Web Importer is an extension for web browsers, which helps you add references to your library with full text PDFs. So this is available for Chrome and Firefox browsers. So if you click the Web Importer, it brings you to here. Okay. So because my browser is Chrome, so that's why I'll click this Get Web Importer for Chrome. You can also choose Firefox if your browser is not Chrome. So here, my Mendeley Web Importer is now part of my Chrome extension. So for emphasis, what is the importance of this browser extension for our Mendeley? So again, the web importer helps us download additional articles, literature to your Mendeley library in full text PDFs. So usually for us students and researchers, we want to have a copy of the article. Some of us purchase a copy, or email writers. I did this one of the articles because it's very recent. The article is very recent, so there's no PDF copy yet online. So I emailed the author, and it took him a month to reply to my request, and I'm happy because he really sent a PDF of his paper. But with this extension, this web importer, we can have a copy of their article or research paper for free. But take note, not all articles. Usually we can download latest article in PDF, provided if you have web importer extension, and of course, especially if it's published by Elsevier. So that's the importance of this particular browser. So I searched this on the Google. My previous research paper was on a study how social capital affects economic outcome. So economic outcome for me can be measured in terms of the number of assets of the household, in terms of the how the hours, working hours of the breadwinner of the family. So I saw this particular article online, connecting for success. This their social capital is measured in terms of networking or network. So that's the measurement of social capital in this particular article. Because I read that social capital is related to network, membership, cooperativeness. So um, I want to have a copy of this article. So again, this article can be found in the Science Direct. Science Direct is a website that provides access to a large database of research publications of Elsevier. Science Direct is operated by Elsevier. So because Mendeley Web Importer, because we installed the Mendeley installed is part of our extension. I can view and download the entire article. Actually, I have this view PDF. So if you have this web importer, the extension, you can see the view PDF. Sometimes you can find this particular image here. Actually, I placed this particular image is in this area of my computer. Is it computer? So that's why it says view PDF. So I click this view PDF and I have this particular, the entire article. Connecting for success, egocentric network types among underrepresented minority students at college. So that's the title of the entire paper. So next, let us click the citation plugin. Once you click the citation plugin, it brings you here. Okay, so you click the Get Mendeley site and it will be added again to your extension. So what is Mendeley site? That's the next question, no? So these are the list of entire benefits for the what you call it, the Mendeley site. Okay, so what is Mendeley site? Mendeley site add-in for Microsoft Word. So sorry, it's for only for the MS Word. Allows you to easily insert references into your Word document. Change your citation style and generate bibliography, all without leaving your document. So here's my Mendeley site. So I will enumerate and capitalize the use of Mendeley site. So search for references in your Mendeley library and insert them into the document, meaning this particular document that you're working on. Select and insert individual or multiple references at once. Create a bibliography of all the references you've cited. Change to any of your preferred citation styles in just a few clicks. So there is this particular style. It's American political. I forgot the entire name because I'm not using this particular style. So I just click this one and then you have a menu of citation style. In my case, my research advisor require me to use the Chicago or Harvard. I think it's Chicago. So that's why my citation style is Chicago. Usually the common citation styles are APA and MLA. Again, I forgot the entire name of these acronyms. Okay, so cite without having Mendeley Reference Manager open or even installed. Once you sign in to Mendeley site, your Mendeley library is downloaded from the cloud. So keep sight of your Word document at all times. Mendeley site opens as a separate panel in Word alongside your document window, not over it. So Mendeley site is free as long as you are using Mendeley as a reference manager. Simple add-in for Microsoft version. It's not heavy, so okay siya for us. You can use this one when you're using Microsoft Word versions 2016 and above. I will later, I don't know if I have time to do short demo, but this is the entire thing about Mendeley site. So we were able to download the Mendeley's additional app. So this is again my desktop Mendeley. So I'll give you a short tour of my Mendeley desktop. So we have the file. This particular section means how you're going to add a document or article. So you just click the add files, or probably you can have your files, your documents are all in one folder, so you can also add as a folder. Okay, so that's file. And then we have the typical edit, so you can cut, copy, paste. So that's the entire details, information about edit. And then we have the view. Sorry. We have the view. In the view section, we have the citation style. So important things in your view section are the different citation styles, Schools, specific discipline, have specific citation style. My previous advisor required me to use a Chicago citation style. APA, that's American Psychological Association and Modern Language Association, that's MLA. You can click more styles to get or to have the MLA citation style, are the most common citation style. So if you click a specific citation style, this section here is in black, inside this black rectangle. This section here requires you to fill out the details specific for a particular citation style. So these are the tools. This is no worry for us because we already installed the MS Word plugin. We also installed the web importer. So that's for the tools. And then we have this particular help because once in a while Mendeley will post some announcement that they are doing improvements. So that's why in this particular hours, they will Mendeley will be a bit slower than the usual way of using Mendeley. So after that, they will request you to do some sync. So that's why these are the help areas. So you can click here so that someone will help you out with your concerns. So let us focus here. This is very important because if the information here are not correct, the informations here are not correct, all the bibliographies, all the references later when in your MS Word are also erroneous. So you need to check this one if these are correct information. So let us focus here. Details would mean information about the article you added in your library. In the type box, there's the type box, journal article. I choose this particular article is a journal article. So we have here these are the important information here is the catalog IDs or the catalog identifications. Mean these are how this article will be linked. These IDs will give us a link to the article. So for example, the DOI. The DOI is Digital Object Identifier. Is a string of numbers. There are numbers and letters and symbols used to uniquely identify an article or document and to provide it with permanent web address. So this is very important. Suppose you forgot the name of the article. So you just copy this particular DOI, post it online, and you will be linked to this particular article with its particular DOI. And then we have another ID here is the International Standard Series Number, the ISSN. This is an international identifier for serials and continuing resources in the electronic and print worlds. One can apply ISSN at the National Library of the Philippines, and it's for free. Okay, just go to the website of the National Library of the Philippines for the complete details. And then after the information details, we have this, we have these notes, okay? Because I read this particular article, I made some notes. So if you want to read the entire article, double click this one here. And this is the entire article. So I have some notes. I asked myself, what is RCASN? Because this article did not mention about the entire acronym. So I searched it sa Google to ask to know what is RCASN. Okay, so I need to know the meaning. Another note I had for this particular article is measurement of network resources. So my comment is this possible for exploratory factor analysis? So if you're doing factor analysis, recall that you can do confirmatory or exploratory. So I made a comment. Is this possible for EFA? This article did not use EFA as a method. But because it's about network resources, I'm thinking of baka this particular author or probably this author or my thoughts was, can I use EFA in measuring network resources? Because other studies use EFA in measuring social capital, especially on the network resources. So this is my desktop. This is my desktop library. So for my online Mendeley, if you are new with Mendeley and no data yet in your library, online library, this is how your Mendeley looks like. Hence, you need to populate your library with articles. So how are you going to populate your online library or also your desktop library? So you can search in the Google. You can search in the Google or make use of the Google Scholar so that you can have articles, no, or literature. So this is the Google Scholar. You can also register to Science Direct to access free articles. Or even in Mendeley, you can search for your articles. You can view articles written by specific authors, writers, or view materials that have open access. Okay, so that's online Mendeley, and that's everything about Mendeley. So this is the part that you may ask questions if you have one. Miss Jara, TLRC, I'm done with my presentation.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
Miss.
very much, Miss.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so before we continue with our question and answer portion, I think there are some questions already over here at the Q&A box. Let's have a little break and
Yes.
let's watch the SOM AVP for the School of Management so that our attendees will know more about the School of Management where Miss Kresna came from. Noel?
University of the Philippines Cebu School of Management offers business programs such as Bachelor of Science in Management, which is designed to develop students' entrepreneurial insight and enables them to practice good decision-making and problem-solving skills. And Master of Business Administration, which is designed to develop the skills required for careers in business and management. We provide you with the top facilities conducive for an excellent learning experience because we envision to be the leading regional educational institution for decision makers.
Nice, madali lang mga class.
With the SOM instructors, learn from the School of Management.
Okay, so that was our short AVP coming from the School of Management. By the way, UP Cebu is made up of a couple of departments and colleges. We have the School of Management as one of the colleges, and it offers master's level and undergraduate level on the field of management. We also have College of Social Sciences, College of Science, and of course, we also have the CCAD or the College of Communication Arts and of course Communication Arts. Now, before anything else, I would like to ask Miss Kresna if she's ready for the questions. Miss Kres, are you good?
Yes, yes.
You told us yesterday that you are having some nerves right there.
Yeah, this is the first time presenting publicly.
Yes, but here at TLRC, specifically during our webinars, we know that our attendees are actually very good and very supportive to our speakers as well. We have been doing this since 2021. Am I right, Noel?
During pandemic.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. By that time, I think it was only me and Michael who were doing it first, and then Noelle came in. She's very, very good at handling all of these stuff. And right now, we now have Miss Hazel as well. Miss Hazel, hi. Okay, Miss Hazel is doing all of the background answering of the questions of our attendees over here at the chat box. Thank you so much, Miss Hazel. Hi. So for our attendees, if you have known Miss Noel already and Miss Nati, our coordinator, we also have Miss Hazel over here. She's also one of our staff at the UP Cebu TLRSC. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask Miss Hazel as well. Okay, ready na you, Miss Krishna?
Yeah, golly, it's like doing thesis
Okay.
presentation.
So here is our first open question. What is the advantage of using such application softwares given the rise of AI? This is quite
Yeah.
a nice question to answer, Miss, because AI can do a lot of things, no? But how would this be different?
Oh, sorry, I haven't tried AI yet. No. Although this is another venue, a source of improving, doing research, but I haven't tried to the extent of doing as a reference manager. Haven't tried. Sorry. What I did for AI is parang he's my friend, especially if I don't understand this particular methodology. For example, I'm working on a survival analysis paper. It's more of a health, it's a method related to health, but I want to use this in my economics. So, diha lang. But as a reference manager, sorry, haven't tried.
See. So maybe I should try to check that
Yes,
as well.
please.
I have fun using AI for the sake of knowing what it really does. Although I don't use it for my writing because I would really love to have my own ideas rather than having the ideas of the AI just because it has all of the means to find all of the articles all over the world.
Correct.
But it's best to really have your idea because you are the one who's going to defend that. You are the one who's going to tell people about that. So why use other people's idea or other AI's idea? Anyway, it is actually possible. I saw one YouTube video that created a bibliography of all of the references it listed and by just using the link. Okay, so that's how powerful AI can be. Okay. However, the thing here is that the skill of being able to create your own bibliography and citation is a skill of the mind. I always see it as a skill of the mind because if you ask another person to write down all of your references, you cannot cite them up when you're being asked orally. It's so different from having to do it yourself. That's what I realized because I'm currently a student right now, Miss Krishna. And I think although AI is very, very much appreciated, I think being a student and writing them down or typing them down is most appreciated when you want them all in your brain.
Correct. Actually,
Okay.
I'm also a student, huh? I'm also a student right now.
Yes. Okay. Now, the second question, let's have the second question. I think these two questions over here, Miss, the desktop application might be different. I think it's different, Miss, no, if it's from the Windows and from Mac and some
Yes, that's correct.
depending on the amount of updates there is, it would also look different as well. So, yeah, so it might also look different. As for me, I'm using Mac while Miss Krishna
Oh,
is using Windows. I actually, transferred to Mac around 2021 because of the durability. And so it's a durability issue over here on my part because I always Okay. So another question over here. Is Mendeley compatible with .bib file, so .bib. Have you been using the BibTeX, Miss Cress?
Nope, sorry. Nope, haven't tried. But I
Okay.
saw this bib, but actually I don't know what is bib.
Okay. So Bib is actually very good when you are exporting offline materials. I have been using BibTeX also. So copy BibTeX. You can actually do that in Google Scholar. It's fast to do that also as well. And RefX. And also for Science Direct, BibTeX is you only need to put in the link at the Mendeley so that they can find it for you. If you don't have the web importer for Chrome or for Safari or for Firefox. So yeah, BibTeX is Bib files or BibTeX is also possible in Mendeley. Okay. Good morning. Okay. Good morning, Ma'am Kresna. I noticed that you were able to highlight and add notes in the article PDFs via your Mendeley desktop. Is there a data storage limit for the Mendeley desktop? This was my problem with Zotero because Zotero had a storage data limit. I can work with the PDFs, but only 300 MB only. So is there a data limit, storage limit for Mendeley, Miss Cress? So
I think so. Probably it's the files that you've been adding to your computer. In my case, I have a very my computer is a bit old, so there are times nga si Mendeley would run kind of slow. So probably it's related to the memory of your computer. But if you do it online, uh, no issue.
I see. So there are no issues if you do it online. And maybe it's
Yes,
because if you click the download the PDF, am I right, Miss Kresna?
yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Because
Yeah.
for my case, I don't download the PDF as long as I have the internet. I don't download the PDF to save on storage on my
Correct.
laptop.
You
And
just click to
also,
the
yeah,
the link. Yes, that's correct.
it
Yeah,
also streamlines my Mendeley a lot if I don't, you know. That's good, especially if you're working nomadically, because sometimes you don't have internet at some places and you wanted to read some of these articles. It's okay. It's nice to have the download for offline viewing. Yeah. Okay. So does Mendeley for Mac differ from Mendeley for non-Mac? I think it
like
doesn't differ as much
uh,
because when I saw what Miss Krishna, di ba, Miss?
this save lang.
Almost the same, I think.
Oh,
I saw you're almost the same. But I think the difference would be the different the buttons and where the placements are sometimes. And also based on what is the current version of Mendeley on your desktop also as well.
oh, my Mendeley is a bit old na. So it's more of the updating. I always do the updates most of the time. When Mendeley will give a notice that there will be an improvement, I just click. But my Mendeley, my desktop Mendeley is old. Parang 2016 pa siya.
So actually, we need to update that. Okay, mine is quite new.
Okay.
Mm. Okay, so there is also Mendeley via the phone app. I'm
Ay,
not using it, but I'm using Mendeley via the tab. So it's okay. So this one about Mendeley Web Importer extension. The signing in process might be very, very long at some point, and it also varies on the stability of your internet access. So I think that would answer that. Can Mendeley be incorporated in Google Docs like the MS Word? Have you tried this one, Miss Press?
yes. Nope, it's not working. So what I did, I saved it in PDF. So
Nice. This is just a little bit of experience run through on the Google Docs. Google Docs has its own way of doing the citation. Almost the same as MS Word have its citation mechanism. If you don't have Mendeley and you check on MS Word's referencing, there is actually a way for you to do automatic referencing for MS Word. However, it does not store the files. You have to do it manually and input manually all of the information needed. But it will change your information into the citation format already. I think Google Docs also have that, but it does not have any reference manager where you can store all information. So I think that would answer that. Mhm. May I know how can I download all of the references in the Mendeley library to be transported to my working file? Have you downloaded your references quite lately, Miss Krishna?
Yes,
From
the one the example I gave, yes, that's current. Parang may some, I forgot, may, just this recent, June na pala, last month.
I see. I think if you wanted to download everything, there is an export, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. There's
yes.
an export
You need to install that particular extension so that you can download it. Is the article coming from Elsevier? When it's coming from Elsevier and there's the view PDF, you can actually
mm,
download it.
okay. As for those who are asking if from the Library of Mendeley downloaded as a file, I think Mendeley already downloaded it in its app resources. All you have to do is to open Mendeley and then use the export mechanism in one of the files drop down button. So that's for if you wanted to download everything from Mendeley, so
Yes, yes.
including the materials. Mm. I usually do interpretative, qualitative research and literature. I usually use books and few journal articles. Is Mendeley capable of handling ebook resources as well?
E-books?
Ebook
Yes,
resources.
yes, I have.
Definitely.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Are Mendeley and Elsevier two different reference sources? Visit Mendeley site, you are redirected to Elsevier. I think Elsevier is the one handling the
Mendeley.
Mendeley. So think of it as a higher umbrella. Am I right,
Yes,
Miss
that's correct.
Kresna?
That's correct.
So
Actually, if you go to Elsevier, very bottom part, there's Mendeley, Science Direct. So you click the Mendeley, and then they will link it. Elsevier, or I don't know, the internet will link you to the website of Mendeley.
okay, so all you need to remember is that when you wanted to get Mendeley, always look at Elsevier because Elsevier
Yes.
offers Mendeley as part of its services. Okay. Does Mendeley facilitate collaboration among researchers and academics in the context of document sharing?
That's correct.
Uh,
Yes, yes.
so all you need to do is to share the file and
Yes.
the
Actually,
folder.
they encourage us to share files among the researchers, writers, authors. Yes.
Mm, that's it. So currently, Mendeley can only be integrated in writing tools and in searching tools such as Safari, Google. Am I right, Miss Krasna?
That's
So
correct.
far.
So,
Okay. Now, okay, in writing my references for academic requirements, I have been using the reference tab in my MS Word app. So this could be a big help in my future academic endeavors. What could be the advantage of using Mendeley site over the references tab in MS Word? So I think
uh, yeah, actually, I'm a lazy person. So, and it's because I'm using Mendeley. Parang automatic na lang siyang when I click the biblio part of my MS Word, the Mendeley materials will usually give me a list of my references. Haven't tried actually the bibliography coming from MS Word because I tried before, but once. And it took me a while because I need to click a lot. So parang I did not pursue. And because I have Mendeley, parang automatic na lang siya, okay, I'll use Mendeley.
Okay. So for those who are asking, Miss Kresna's answer is actually telling us what are the benefits of Mendeley is. But for me, before I was able to use Zotero and Mendeley, I'm actually using the MS Word application for that. And one thing that is good about it is that it seems that MS Word has a lot of publication or association citations that is currently usable. So there are some citation formats that is present in MS Words that might not be present at Mendeley. So that's also one advantage of MS Word. But the very downside of the MS Word is that you really have to put in everything one by one. It does not work as a reference manager, but only a citation converter for your research needs. So that's another thing. And I think Google Docs also has that feature as well, not just the MS Word. Okay. Hello. In my experience with Mendeley plus MS Word, nagre-reset ang references once mag-close siya, meaning Mendeley will not start from previous citation na na-reopen yung document. May solution po ba dito?
Haven't encountered that. How about you, Miss Jera? Wala.
I think what they mean about this is the Mendeley citation at the side does not refresh. So if you have new references you wanted to cite and new references that you added to your library, all you need to do is to go to the three dot buttons in your Mendeley site in the MS Word and then refresh it over there. So that refreshes it while you are working on your material. So that helps you a lot with that. So you don't need to read everything right away, right then, and to put them in your library before you open your file. So you can do that by doing the refresh button or sync button from the library.
In your MS Word.
Yes, that's what I do. That's what I do a lot because especially sometimes you have read all of the materials, but then may kulang pa talaga and you need to read more. And then you wanted to add them in your material. And it's really good to have folder, if I'm not mistaken, because you can just use the folder directly in your MS Word. You can just click on that folder directly, and all of the articles that you have read under that folder will come out. So there's no need to really search for the name outside. So yeah, that's one actually. What is the compatibility of Mendeley with LaTeX? I do not use MS Word since all journal conference I submit requires LaTeX. I am using Notepad for my references. Have you tried LaTeX?
No.
I see. I do a lot of LaTeX for my journals.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'm doing tech and education. So LaTeX is always the format for our for the publications that I do. So when it comes to LaTeX, yes, Mendeley is applicable. All you need to do is to change the citation format, the preferred citation format, and the bibliographic format, and make sure that you already have the LaTeX formatted MS Word. So it's a macro file. If you notice, there's a lot of Word can actually have embedded mechanisms in it. And if you activate macro files for LaTeX, there are some usually the publication the publication website will give you two types of latex formatting. One will be using the latex, the application itself, and the other one will be using a latex formatted Microsoft macro. So if you wanted to use Mendeley, use the latex formatted Microsoft macro for that. Okay, so that you can use Mendeley over there. So what else do we have here? Does having Mendeley account give you full access to Elsevier journal? Again, we look back, diba, Miss Kresna? Elsevier is higher than Mendeley, so Mendeley is just one of the many services that Elsevier. So as long as your institution have Elsevier contract and subscription, you can use all of the journals that are available at Elsevier and cite them in Mendeley, but not other way around. Am I right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Yeah, the new Mendeley Reference Manager. Have you tried using it, Miss Kresna?
The new Mendeley.
Yes, there's a new Mendeley Reference Manager. I think they're talking about the app, the application found. This is now the desktop app, I think. It's
Uh,
new and it's nice. I'm
oh,
using it.
really? So, I want to explore that one ba? My concern lang is when I'm using the newest version, will I be uploading ulit all the files?
I think not, Miss Kresna, as long as you
Really?
have
Oh,
the
nice.
account. Yeah, because I realized that because I already have an account way back in 2020, and when I upgraded, so from a Windows to Mac, they just directly downloaded in my reference manager desktop app.
Sige. I'll explore that this Saturday.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay. So can we tag or like group per particle? Example, if I'm doing 2 research project tapos readings 1 to 5 is for research 1, pwede na sila mag-group. I think he is referring to
Multiple
educational
account.
purposes. Am I
Is it?
right? Yeah. I think if you are collaborating with your students, you can directly message them through the Mendeley. Am I right, Miss Kresna?
But I think it's online lang siya.
Yeah.
Online.
It's not on offline, but online. So you have to make sure that you tag them online.
I tried that once, pero online.
Mhm. I see. So, okay. So I think that
Would be all.
is mostly everything.
Yay!
Okay. So thank you so much for those who asked their
Yeah,
questions.
thank you. I learned a lot.
And Miss Jer,
Yes.
may nag-message ata regarding the question on the storage space.
Yes.
For Mendeley free accounts, there's a storage limit of 2 gigabytes for personal library storage, and for Mendeley Plus, it will be increased to 5 GB for personal library storage.
Okay, even 2 gig is already very
Yeah,
good.
very
Diba?
good.
It's very big rather than having 300 MB at
Oh my God,
Zotero.
yes.
It's so different, no? It's so different. Yeah, the amount of storage space you can have at Mendeley.
Wait,
So
Mendeley Plus? There is Mendeley Plus?
the one that we are using currently right now via our institution is a plus.
Wow. See? Thank you, huh? I learned a lot in this presentation.
Okay, so a little bit of rounder for our our webinar today. Everyone, when you are doing research, always make sure that you have a matrix. And your matrix in writing will help you not just in writing, but in understanding your research better. And having reference manager does not only give you the benefit of saving time in the cataloging and the categorizing, of your references, but also gives you more time to work on your paper, as the references you'll cite and put in your reference section are already taken care of. Manually doing the bibliography and references section is one very tedious job to do, and trust me, because I'm a student. Okay, so being a student who happens to write a lot of term papers, because my teachers always ask you to do term papers and experimental research work, having a reference manager does not only allow me to review and use past references I was able to use, but also to determine useful references even faster. I can have notes, arrange articles by categories, and tag articles based on their usefulness in the paper I am writing. These are the benefits of technology, my dear friends. So if you are a teacher, a student, or anyone on the field doing research, make sure that you use the available free technology that we have in the internet. It's always scrolling around. Okay, so the more that you're able to immerse yourself in these kinds of technology, the more you will become efficient in your work. And trust me, technology can help you a lot. Okay, so let's have the certificate for our speaker, Ms. Kresna. This certificate of recognition is proudly given to Professor Maria Kresna and Mansueto for sharing her invaluable time and expertise as a resource speaker in the webinar. Mendeley as reference manager, a beginner's guide. So this is given 7th of June 2023 at UP Cebu Lahog, Cebu City, but we are here on air online for everyone to see. Okay, I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much, Miss Kresna, for being with us. And thank you so much. Pinaunlakan mo ang aming invitation, no, to be our speaker
Thank you so
for
much.
another stretch of webinars for TLRC. Okay, so before we end the webinar, kindly make sure that you evaluate. Our evaluation and processing of e-certificates are always automated. So please make sure to type in the correct spelling of your name, since this will reflect on your e-certificates. Also, please be mindful by typing your email address, because it is where you will receive your certificates. We suggest that you keep a copy of your responses in the evaluation for you to verify if you have made mistakes. Always click send me a copy of my responses before submitting. Normally, it takes less than 3 minutes after submitting to receive your certificate, and should you not be able to receive it by 5 p.m. today, just send a reply message with your concern to the confirmation email that we sent at tlrc.upcebu@up.edu.ph. We will manually send the certificate on the next working day. And the evaluation link is open for only 10 minutes. So go and evaluate.
Yes,
The
please.
link is at the following. Okay, that's https bit.ly evaluate Mendeley June. And perhaps we can have the link for everyone to see at the chat box.
Yes,
Or you
please.
can just use your cell phone. I'll be using my cell phone. I also want to get a certificate. I'll be using my cell phone to answer that. Okay. And I think Miss Hazel and Miss Hazel and Miss Noel will give us also the link over here at the chat box. Thank you so much. Miss Kresna, how was your first time?
Actually, okay lang. Kasi, because the participants are friendly
They
and
are
you're
very
there.
friendly.
Yeah, and you're there to help me out.
Trust me, napaka-friendly niyan nila. They have, most of them have been with us since 2021, Miss Kresna.
Diba?
Some of them even tried to like make all TLRC webinars their goal, to the point that they have
Mm.
all of the certificates of the webinars passed. So yeah, I don't know if Sir Dan is already, I think. So we have a lot of participants who are with us. Andyan ba si Sir Dancing?
Miss Jer.
Yes.
Shout out Sir Mike.
Sir Mike and Sir
Yes.
Hi,
Hello, Sir Mike.
Watching through
Michael.
YouTube ata siya, miss.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Michael. Michael, we love you always. Okay, I hope
Michael,
you're
like
doing
Michael
well. He
Michael from
currently
TLRC.
Michael from
Hi,
TLRC.
yeah, hi, sir.
Michael Andrew.
Andyan ba si Sir Dancing ko? Wala? So, yes. So, Miss Kresna, lingaw ra ba? Is it good?
Actually, while mag-story ako, makabisaya ako, ha? I
It's
hope
okay.
nakagad sa uban. Si sir.
Okay.
This is Sir Mike sa Zoom.
Michael, Sir Mike.
Okay, so I do hope, Miss Kresna, na you will be with us to talk about financial
next
economics soon.
I can discuss forecasting pero simpler lang method. Forecasting lang, hindi financial management.
Okay. Also, everyone take note, Miss Cresta will be back for another set, but this time it comes with finances and management.
Numbers
Okay.
na, totoong numbers na
Numbers,
to.
totoong numbers na. Okay. So, I think your fellow teachers and instructors from the SOM will also have their webinars soon.
So
Yes.
please,
I think there's two
everyone,
more.
to be updated, follow TLRC's Facebook page. The next, what did I announce during?
The next
For the
webinar.
next webinar, we will have Professor Ernie Yap from Still School of Management for our management series on June 28th, is that? So the last week of June.
Yes.
Okay.
He posted lang sa page
Hiring
for sa TLRC page for the announcement of dates and the registration links.
Okay. So make sure that you follow the Facebook page and the YouTube channel of UP Cebu TLRC if you wanted to see all of the past sessions and the kalugan namin dyan. Okay, so if you want to see all of the fun that we have in the past years, including the not so fun, because there are some technical difficulties, okay, and all of the bloopers, kindly subscribe and like us at the UP Cebu TLRC YouTube channel.
Miss,
Okay, so
may narinig ako kanina, miss. May in-insert ka. Mendeley, so you won't get delayed.
yes, with
Yeah.
Mendeley, you'll never get delayed when it comes to your research. Feeling ko naging ano na ako universal dad
Ay, mga
joke
fans
maker.
natin.
Diba? Universal
Baka isa din
mascot
po
na
yun
ako
sa
ng
reason na pinapanood nila tayo. Pinaabangan yung fans.
Inaabangan yung fans. Diba? With Mendeley, you cannot be delayed. And with this type of reference manager, everything is managed, including your life. So, diba? So, yeah. Thank you so much po sa lahat ng ating mga attendees. And I do hope hindi po kayo na-offend sa aking mga puns. Mahilig lang talaga akong gumawa ng puns. Okay? But I think the best puns came out in the stat series. Okay? But of course, let's see what more puns we can do from our School of Management series. Miss Kresna over here really loves your attendance with us right now. And I do hope our next speakers will do so as well and be with us. No? This is free. It's free of charge. We just You just need to lend an ear, okay? And spend some time with us. No, parang love affair lang. Needy ba natin? Okay. So, for those who were not able to get their certificate directly, kindly wait for around 5 p.m. today to receive your e-certificate. If wala pa rin, if hindi pa rin kami sumagot, medyo busy, joke. If hindi pa rin siya sumagot, automated na yun, Beshi. If hindi pa rin siya sumagot,
Internet.
kindly email us. Okay? Kasi sometimes si Mr. PLDT,
Yes.
hindi niya nasasakop lahat ng globe. Kailangan niyang maging smart. So, yeah. So, we need to wait. No? Kailangan natin mag-wait sometimes. Buti pa sa Sky Cable, may cable sa Sky. Sana all.
Uy, Miss Jer. Stop na ako YouTube live.
Okay. Thank you po. I'm so happy to have you here again. Okay. Digit ko I'm always here with the LRC even if I'm already done being the coordinator.
Sige
You
lang.
love us. You love us, man.
I love everyone, even if I'm here
Yes.
at the land of springs, Laguna hot springs. Even my water here over at the house, it's actually very warm. I don't have to go to the hot spring anymore because here inside my house I have a hot spring. Okay. We love you too. Okay. I'm so happy hindi pa Valentine's may nag-I love you na sa akin. I'm so proud of you. Where ako nagstay sa LB? Talagang around LB lang. Pero dito sa may Anos na area. So, yeah. So, walking in
Sherich
and out.
Aldin Babanto was my colleague back at Xavier University Ateneo de Cagayan. Co-teacher ko to.
I see. Hi po.
And
Let's
then,
meet
parang nasa
sometime.
ILB siya nagma-masters ng economics.
I see. Oh, let's meet.
Yeah, madaldal yan. Kung vivo.
I like that. If madaldal ka, madaldal rin ako. Okay, for all of the video recording and proceedings of this webinar.
Ay, nasa CDO na daw siya.
CDO. Wala na siya.
Back to work.
Tapos na.
Tapos na. I cannot meet you in person anymore.
Sayang.
Thank you also so much. You are also beautiful as well. I love you all. I still thesis mode pa siya. Yes po, we are done. You may now leave the these are just blooper portions because we are waiting for the others to be able to evaluate properly.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those who are done, you may if you already got your certificate, you may leave the webinar. We're just doing this for the rest of the participants who haven't done their evaluation yet. And also time for us to mingle.
Are you single?
Oh my God, Miss Jera! It's time!
Sa publication mo, yung bagong publication mo with Dr.
Aurelio?
Oh, yeah. Diba?
Bakit?
Congratulations.
Ay, thank you. We have one coming in on September as well.
Diba? Galing.
Fun is the point. Thank you so much, Miss Michelle. I like puns. I like dad jokes. Because I'm a woman, it's also mom joke. So yeah. Thank you so much. We're happy that you got the certificates already.
Miss you all now. Yes, Michael. Miss you too.
We miss
Kasama
you,
ko
Si
Mike.
Michael.
Okay, thank you so much. For those who are done, you may now leave the webinar if you want. But if you want to hear more puns, kindly stay. Okay, congrats, Miss Krasna.
Congrats,
Oh
Miss
yeah,
Grass!
thank you.
Yay!
Thank you, thank you.
And a pleasant day to everyone. Oh my God, they're sending me love. I'm so loved right now. I feel it.
Oh, nag-love din ako.
So much love. Oh my God, heart,
Na,
heart. I'm always like this for some reason. I like being TLRC's host because I can interact with all of the attendees. Yes. Marag feeling na ako, Sir Ao actually influenced me a lot.
yes,
I
Bibo din
think
siya.
I think his energy came by so suddenly. Oh, his energy went inside my body. Oh, yeah. I usually go to Manila, Miss Michelle. I usually go to Manila because I like doing museum visits, museum crawls. I just do it myself because I'm a lonely person sometimes. I like being lonely, but I like company very much. So we can meet each other. Okay, so para hindi naman lonely ang hearts natin, we go meet and be in a company of each other.
Miss Jel,
Okay.
when are you coming back?
Um, I'll be coming back at Cebu around September for the Tubu Art Fair because I will be, exhibiting some of my
But for
works over
good.
there.
But for good. Not soon.
No, just for 1 week. I'll just go there for the art fair. By the way, Tubu Art Fair is on September 15 to 17. So I'll be there around those week for 1 week because I cannot leave my experiments over here. Yeah, so that's it. I'm actually doing my mid-years right now. Inala ko na nagdali. Okay. Oh, you can find me as my FB. I don't So my FB is Malakay Lim.
You are active you're active on FB? Di.
I'm ac- I'm actually more active at Instagram. Am I right, Noel? I'm more
Yes.
active at Instagram because Instagram is a space that I like so much. I don't know why, but Instagram is the space. But I'm also very active at um at my Facebook page. I have a Facebook page for my art and it's called The Art of Malalim. Okay.
Sige. I'll go ahead.
Sige, Miss
Sige,
Kresna,
sige.
thank you
Thank you
so
very much.
much.
You are
Thank you,
malaki.
Miss.
My
Yes,
God.
Miss Kres.
You are in our group? Wala ko. Sa
I'm the plantita over here at Los Baños.
ay,
My landlady has given me the whole stretch of my lobby to be my garden. Inana ka impressive ako ang landlady. She supports everything I do. So yeah. Okay. My IG name is
Michael,
Malak.
ay, Sir Michael, oh.
Okay, for those who want to follow me through my IG name is
sige. I'll add you there.
malal.in. I'm more active at IG more than I'm active at Facebook. I always sleep around Facebook.
I'll
Okay.
go ahead na ha. Okay
Sige,
Thank
lang.
you
Miss
very
Chris.
much,
Thank
Miss
you so
Salamat
Thank you,
much.
Miss
kayo.
Chris. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Had fun.
Soon. Soon na
Bye-bye.
pod.
Sunod na
Baka
pod.
naman.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Miss
much po, Miss
Jara.
Ken.
Thank you so much,
I'm so
Jude.
happy always being there.
Miss, wala pa rin mo nakuha imong GC's
Yes.
pag ari mo. Ata.
Ay, Natin ko,
Katong naka
GC.
sa Cebu.
Kuha na lang nakalig sa
Giselle.
Sige, sa
September.
September.
Giselle, mong cameraman.
Panagsal, gagay ko. Kuhaan.
Gawas na tatanan.
Wow, hi! Daghana nang nag-follow. Thank you so much for following.
Wow! Wow!
May I follow you back? I follow you back. I like having friends. A lot of friends. Okay.
Ako na-stop ang YouTube live.
Uy, gusto
Okay.
man to.